where Nick has it. There you go. All right, so the period ends 6-3. Nice little finish there for Nick. So Adrian College's Michael Jacobs' choice. He defers. So Nick will choose down. There's a caution for a false start on Jacobs from Adrian College. And there's a warning for stalling. So in the collegiate wrestling rules, under the collegiate rules, if a wrestler stays below the waist for a 5 count, then that is a stalling warning. So 1 stalling, first warning. The second warning results in a point for the opponent. So there you go. Good job by Nick to keep his knees under him, get out of that. So to get out and for the escape. So 6-4 is the score. Minute 35 left in the second. Jacobs in a shot. Has it locked up. Oh, nice step over by Nick. Out of bounds. So here we go. Back to center. So Nick with that underhook. Score 6-4. Nick comes into the season at 2-8. Basically, I believe he started off the year as a little dinged up. So starting to get back into the groove here in his senior campaign. So being aggressive, so circles back in, out. So 52 seconds left in the second. Michael Jacobs from Adrian leads Nick Thomas from Case Western, 6-4. So Nick definitely looks as going for that underhook. So there you go. Nice sprawl by Nick. Shot attempt by Adrian College. Needs to clear that elbow. He's looking for a throw there. Oh, nice little throw by. So that's a nice way to score right at the edge of the mat. So some of these junior high and grade school kids here in the match there earlier. That's a great example to show that don't give up on the edge of the mat. Keep wrestling and going at it. So that ties the score. 6-6 here with 18 seconds left in the second. At the 174-pound weight class. So there you go. And Nick in with legs. Nice leg and power half there. He's looking for the turn. He might get it. 4 seconds there. Oh, looks like he'll get a count. So, no count. Roll through. So yeah, Nick has come all the way back to tie it up after starting out as a 6-0 deficit. So again, you just keep going at it and getting away and keep pushing. So Adrian College, Michael Jacobs' choice. He chooses down. Nick's going to go with a optional start, which means placing his hand in the back and letting him up, which will give him the 1. So now it's 7-1. No favor in riding time on either wrestler. So there is Nick back to that underhook. Score. Jacobs does have a warning stall, so we'll see if Nick can get another one, and he just does. All right, maybe the ref was listening, so that's another 1 point. So that ties the score back at 7. So again, Nick at a double underhooks. Jacobs needs to be careful because he might get another stall, which would be another point. But here's a shot, and Nick with a good defense. Oh, almost got behind. Jacobs got the leg as the crowds get excited. They know the importance of this match. It's tied up 7-7. Jacobs continuing to pound the knee. Looks like Nick's a little behind. So you go to cross face. He clears his leg. We'll see if that ref was going to give two. He's got to break the lock. So, nope. And now Jacobs decides to split it, which probably was the right move as he let it go. Both wrestlers on the ankles. We'll see. Jacobs elevating his hips. So typically the guy that elevates their hips wins in this position. So we'll see if he can hold on. He's going to either roll through. I think Nick might be looking for a stalemate. So the refs are calling for the danger call. Ooh, and there is a stalemate. So exciting finish here. We're set here at the 174 pound match between Nick Thomas and Michael Jacobs. 7-7, 17 seconds left. Here we go. No riding time advantage to either wrestler. So Nick's looking at 8 seconds. So we'll see if they give a score. Okay, so overtime. So our first overtime bout of the night. So I believe the overtime bout will be the first wrestler to score with 1 minute on the clock for the first period. If no score, then they go through the same progression at 1 minute periods. So both starting neutral. So Nick right in on the double underhooks. Jacob already has one stalling from Adrian. He just has one stalling warning against him, a point awarded. So he needs to be careful. His underhook, and then here's so he's got it down to go behind. Jacobs grabs the leg again. Nick keeps pounding on the head. So here it is at the edge of the mat. Let's see. As the crowd gets excited. Let's see it is. So nope, no points awarded. Ooh, 2 points at the end. Right on the edge of the mat, awarded to Nick Thomas. So that makes it 9-7. 9-7. So Nick Thomas and Michael Jacobs was the most exciting match of the night. So good job for Nick as he raises his hands to the crowd. He's, like I said, coming back from a 6-0 deficit to win in overtime, 9-7. So that'll give another 3 points to your Case Western Spartans, so they make the score 18-10. So that's a good match. Spartans needed that to stop a 3-bout losing streak there. So here we go. At the next bout up is your 184. So for your Adrian College Bulldogs, you have Ethan Garcia, who's a freshman from Holland, Michigan. And for the Case Western Spartans, the other set of twin, it's Nate Thomas. Nate is another senior, co-captain, obviously with Nick. Nate comes in the season at 4-7. So Nate with a quick takedown, giving him 2 points, so 2-0. He's in on that arm. He's really working it, trying it. Oh, he should get a count. Turns him over. So there you go. He's got that bar, so he needs to settle back. Oh, and there it is. At 54 seconds is the first fall of the evening. So that's Nate Thomas recording the fall for your Case Western Spartans. So that'll give us another 6 points, or give the Spartans another 6 points. So team score will be 24-10. So next up is 197 for Adrian College Bulldogs. 197. Again, another freshman from West Jefferson, Ohio, Jake Burns. And for Case Western, a junior, Gavin Dersh Fisher from, I believe he's from San Jose, California. So Gavin is a junior competing at 197, and he comes in with a 12-6 record. So just to do a quick recap, we started at 125, where Case Western was Anand was awarded the forfeit. So it was 6 points for Case Western. And then at 133, Alec Hoover defeated Dominic Pereta in a major decision. At 141, Andrew Hoover with a technical fall over Max Garbo Castrobulas. At 149, Noah Neiman for the Bulldogs with a decision over Ben Crean. And at 157, Dylan Stewart with a decision over Case Andrew Munn. 165, Brett Moore for the Bulldogs, which was the third straight match that they won over Connor Gordon. And then that exciting match, last two matches here with the Thomas brothers, with Nick with a exciting comeback victory, 9-7 in overtime, and then Nate with a quick 54-second fall. So there we are. Here we at the 97, where it's Gavin versus Jake Burns. So Jake with early takedown, Gavin with the reversal. So 2-2 with a minute and a half gone in the first period. Now there's Jake. Oh, Gavin catches him. Jake, he's getting a count. So Gavin gets extended. Oh. And then there's reversal, so a flurry of activity there. So let's see. You can have it. So Gavin got a 2 near fall for Case, and I believe the Jake Burns from Adrian is going to be a 2 reversal and 4 near fall. So it should be 8-4 Adrian. Oh, correction, 8-6. That's what I was a little curious about, why Gavin wouldn't have received a 4 count on there. So they did correct it. So as we're finishing up, it gives me a quick minute to say thanks to all the staff here at Horsburgh, the video and the IT guys, Kevin and John, and also thanks to the AD, Amy Backus, who basically has been a big supporter of all the athletics here at Case, but comes out to matches. Don't know if I see her in the crowd today, but definitely saw her last several of the competitions. Exciting. So, and then the staff here that does a great job down at facilities. So very, very awesome facility, great part of the country, and great location, and obviously great college as well. So a lot of action flying back and forth, and we have a locking hand calls on Jake, so 1 point awarded to Gavin. So yeah, it's turning in a very exciting match, a lot of action. And watching Gavin over the years, the last year and a half or so, not many of his matches are slow, meaning he tends to have a lot of action in his competition, and just the way and the style he wrestles. So you got 16 seconds. 15 is trying to get out. Ooh. He gets caught. So Jake with back points. You get awarded back points. Here with 5 seconds. There you go. So that's 4. So it's going to be 12-5. 12-5 to Gavin. So I believe it was Jake Burns' choice. He chose down. Start a second period. So Gavin tries to go through a roll through. If he's going to do that, he needs to jack it up. There you go. Gavin gets it. Gets the tilt. He's getting a count. Looks like he'll get a 4 count. So got to keep his hips on top of him. There you go. That should make it 9. And here we go. It's a different move. He should get another count. Oh. But Jake turns into him and catches Gavin on his back. And that's one of the dangers. So Jake Burns records the fall. So that would be 6 points for Adrian. So basically you would bring the team for 24-16.
At the 285-pound match for the Spartans, Brian McNamara. For the Bulldogs, Zachary Rieger.
So here we go with the final match of the evening between your Case Western Spartans and the Adrian College Bulldogs. And on paper, the most anticipated match. You have Zach Rieger, who is a Division III NCAA qualifier last year at 285. He's a senior from Zach is a senior from Hudson, Michigan, which Hudson has a strong reputation in wrestling and is a 4-time Michigan high school state placer. So, most recently he took first at the Elmhurst Open. Brian is a junior from Aurora, Ohio, and is a returning UAA All-American. So, and here Zach with a quick takedown of 2. So he's up 2-0. So likewise at the upper weights, there's a couple guys for the Spartans that could not compete today, either due to injury. So you have Cito Ballas, who I believe is a 184-pounder. He's from Fairview, Colorado, who's a senior as well. And Brian Kent, freshman from Philadelphia area in Pennsylvania. He's our backup 174-pounder. I mentioned Michael Hughes, another freshman from Erie, PA, who's unfortunately hurt, so he's out, couldn't compete. And then Nate Lewis, who is the other 285-pounder who didn't get the call today. Brian's in there, BMAC as we call him, competing against this Zach Rieger from Adrian. So a lot of action, not a lot of scoring, but they're definitely moving for big guys. So 2-1, with Zach leading here with a minute left in the first. So both of these guys can move. It looks definitely like they're. I know Brian was a football player up until last year for the Spartans, and not sure about Zach, but has that type and build from that standpoint. So. So at the end of first, Zach Rieger from Adrian College, 2. Brian McNamara from Case, 1. So I believe it was Brian's choice. He deferred. Zach will choose down. As we start the second. So current team scores 24-16. So regardless of the outcome of this match, Case Western Spartans will go to 3-2 on dual mate in the season, and the Adrian College Bulldogs will with a 2-6 overall record. So Zach with a quick reversal, so he gets the 2 for reversal. So scores 4-1 now. He's looking to bar that arm. So Brian trying to get his hips and his knees under him to get out, but a lot of pressure being put on by that by the bar and shoulder of Zach. There it is. Brian frees his arm, gets his knees under him. He can stand up. Zach keeps hooking that ankle, rightfully so. He's looking for the claw. He's got a claw on that side, I believe, or far wrist. There you go. And there he goes. Brian gets to his feet and is going to. And Zach with the. Brian, that's perfect. Get back right back up. Zach do a trip. So he's going to run in. And Zach ends up. So both wrestlers out of bounds. So 24 seconds left in the second. And Zach Rieger from Adrian College leading Brian McNamara at that 285-pound weight class. 4-1. So we'll see, I believe, as we go into the third pair, it'll be Brian's choice, see what the coaches do as far as, I imagine, would put him on his feet going neutral. So, and there you go. So, and that's what exactly he does. So score 4-1, 2 minutes left. Brian's McNamara's trails, and he chooses neutral. So if you get some takedowns, 2 takedowns, takedown, let him go, and then a takedown, and you can win the bout. So minute 30. Gotta get some offense here. Easier said than done after wrestling 5.5 minutes. So Zach, a nice little fake, but Brian with a nice hips. It spins around. Oh, it was almost there. So both these guys very, very quick for some of the bigger guys here. So. So minute, we got 1 minute left here, so Brian needs a couple takedowns or take him to his back. So 4-1. Yeah, Zach has the riding time locked up, so a score to give him 5. So 35 seconds, so Brian trying to get in there and defense. So down to our final 20 seconds here of this dual meet. See if he can finish with some points. Ooh. And then a little scramble out of bounds. And that's how it's going to end. So the winner is going to be Zach Riker of Adrian College with the riding time point, 5-1. So over Ryan McNamara. But your Case Western Spartans are the winner here this evening, 24-16. So just do a quick review. We had Case had wins at 125, 133, 141, 174, and 184. So where Adrian won 149, 57, 65, 97, and 285. So that'll do it here for this evening. Next for the competition for Case will be this weekend, where they will take on Penn State Benhard and New Philadelphia, as well as Waynesburg. Dual meets, they'll be at 1 and 2:30. And then last week in January, they'll head out to the Pete Wilson Invitational in Wheaton, Illinois. So that does it today from Horsburgh Arena on Case Western University, where the Spartans prevail 24-19. And so my name's John Collier, and thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Go Sparty.